Hi everyone, this is Cherry Enchantress and welcome to my channel anniversary Sparkles of Light. On August 21st, 2018 was my very first reading. I started my channel and my first pick a card, and I did this on this day 5 years ago. So back then, I did an all about your twin flame reading, and every year, as a tradition, I do another twin flame reading. And this time, let's see where you are on your journey with your beloved soulmate or twin flame, however you want to see it. And I'm using all my decks that I created. So there's going to be a little bit of a sneak peek preview of some of the decks that I've done or that I'm working on right now, so that are going to be in full swing next year at this time. So I have 3 piles as usual, and so let's just get ready to breathe. So just take a deep breath in through your nose, close your eyes, release your breath through your mouth. Now open your eyes and look at the piles you have. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, the original candles that I used 5 years ago for my very first reading. Thank you all so much for being with me through all of these years. Those of you who've never left, and those of you who are new, or those of you who found me along the way. I appreciate all of you, and let's get busy with your reading. So I'm excited to show you what's next in your love life, what's next in your connection with your twin flame, your soulmate, or your beloved, or is there somebody out there in the future for you coming through? Let's take a look. You chose pile number 1, and your card is Enchanted along with the cross. And these are previews of my future decks. This one is the Sentimental Silhouettes in pastel, and it's going to be holographic, so the top will shimmer and everything. This is not exactly the shimmer paper. And then the cross is a Lenormand deck, and in the traditional Lenormand you find a cross, which kind of feels a little bit Christian to me, and I just wanted to be able to incorporate all religions with a different word, and I call it coexist. And it's a way that we bring peace and harmony to the planet just by accepting each other for who we are. All right, so that is going to be the main foundation of your reading, is this coexistence, this ability to see past barriers and boundaries and connect with your person. And your mission could also have something to do with a bigger, deeper mission of uniting and harmonizing with people all over the world. And so you've got the Enchanted card. I am mesmerized and amazed by your loveliness. All right, and then a couple other cards. We have the Erotic Enchantment, and yours is Kissing, Passionate Indulgence. Some deep kissing coming your way. And this could be with your twin flame even, which is be so exciting, because that kiss with your twin flame, there's none like it. It feels like you're going to the moon, or it just feels like you suddenly are melding and merging, and it's so blissful. And then this is from my fairy forecast. Have faith, because there is going to be a little bit of testing here. Not everything always runs as smoothly as you might hope, might wish. So a bit of testing. And you may have already felt the testing already. And so faith is saying that have faith, it's going to get better. It's just right there. It's almost like it's on your lips. You know, when you have a word that you're trying to say and it's on the tip of your tongue, that's exactly the feeling of and the energy behind this meeting, this union, this connectedness, this getting together with your twin flame. It's just right there, just at the tip of your tongue. And then let's see what I'm going to leave this for last. Okay. This is Enchanted Romance, and I have an updated version of the Enchanted Romance, so I'll show you this card and then I'll pull an extra card. We also have the Enchanted Embrace. Enchanted Embrace is a deck that I have 2 versions of, and this is the one that's color-coded. And your twin flame has a message for you. You are so beautiful to me. And do you need more? So that's the shadow side of their energy. Is there something going on where you need more? And it could be that you desire the physical connection more than you realize, you know? And then what is happening, what's going to happen next in your love life or your connection with your twin flame specifically, or your beloved, or is this person that you're thinking of, is this really your twin flame? Maybe they're more of a high-level soulmate or some kind of other energy. And we have your dreams are coming true. Have faith, again, have faith. Your rainbow will come smiling through. And then we have this is a healing connection. So in some cases, it doesn't even matter how we label it, if it's twin flame, soulmate, whatever. This connection that you may have with a certain person or a person coming in is somebody who will actually help transform your life in a really positive way. So a healing connection coming through. Very sweet. All right, let's get to our Enchanted Romance. What is this one? And we have the 10 of Cups. So that's Sweet Indulgence. This is a new piece of art for this new deck, the new version of my Enchanted Romance. And here is the new version of my Enchanted Romance. And it has these lovely rainbow kind of edge, very pretty. So the 10 of Cups represents bliss, pure and simple. It's an all-encompassing contentment. It's joy, it's pleasure, it's a happily ever after. It's all is well energy. It's peace and enjoying somebody's company. It's emotional stability. It could represent happy families too, success, just being the perfect blend and coming together as one. So the timing on this may not be very soon, and that's why you need to have faith, because with faith comes a little bit of patience. But I feel like this is your reward coming through. You will feel this beautiful, blissful harmony, just like when you just kiss, and it's like the most beautiful indulgence that you could ever feel. Speaking of Enchanted Kiss, this is a deck that I made too, that it's not for sale. It's just a one-of-a-kind kind of thing, but I do want to share it with you. And if you ever want a reading using Enchanted Kiss, just ask me. I use it a lot during my live readings, and you'll see it in my message decks weekly. So your message here is from your twin flame is, the vision that was planted in my brain still remains. It's like they can't shake that energy of that of bliss, union, melding together. It's still there. It still remains. All right, let's see what else from the Enchanted Romance we get. To get it to, oh, okay. What's the second message coming from? Whoa, that's the twin flame card, you guys. All right, Four of Wands. Excellent. So Four of Wands, the reason why I call it the twin flame card, because it represents the number 1111, because of the wands forming four pillars, four straight lines that look like 1111. And through my whole, well, through most of my journey, I saw the 1111 as representing twin flames. But it doesn't necessarily mean that for everyone. So I'm just saying you can take the 1111 energy to mean beloved, soulmate, or anything else, your future spouse. It can be just plain celebration, and exactly what it means right here in this tarot. It means a celebration. So it's more of this beautiful joy. Like, I feel there is somebody here that will get married and will live happily ever after with their person. You know, it's rejoicing and celebrating. Like I said, it's some kind of party. At the minimum, it's just a party. Maybe somebody's birthday, and today's, you know, it's my channel anniversary. So maybe somebody out there is having a birthday, and happy birthday to you. This could represent marriage, like I said, any kind of romance, connective feeling, you know, that joy of connecting with someone. It could be a festival or a place you meet someone. It's happy. It's the reception too, the reception of the wedding, or anything that is similar to reception of a wedding, like a quinceañera even. It's hearts and holidays and success and peace and harmony. It does kind of represent a ceremony, but it's sort of the end of the ceremony where everybody kind of lets loose, and like similar to graduation when you throw your caps up in the air. That's exactly what Spirit was showing me right now. So it could be this feeling of graduating to the next level with your person as well. And it could also be the arrival of your person. And it could also represent that you're working finally together in one, in unison, because we have this feeling that you're coming together as one. All right, now let's get some charms. So the charms that I have that are kind of new, I think since last year, is like I have Disney and baby charms. Well, you might remember my Disney charms, but my baby charms are kind of new. So thanks to a lot of people contributing and helping out on this channel and sending me beautiful things. The cocktail fairy was, sorry, fairy tales and cocktails. She sent me some cute charms. So I decided to make a second barrel of plastic and fun charms, and that's what we're going to use. Maybe I'll still use a plate. Okay, here we go. All right, so it looks to me as you are going to find that castle, that you are going to make it to the happily ever after. There's still some, you know, ability that you need to speak your voice. Oh my gosh, you guys, you have Aladdin and Ariel. So I feel like the masculine and the feminine here are still going through certain transitions. Whereas Aladdin is learning his self-worth and Ariel is trying to learn how to speak up for herself. But as soon as you come to that energy where you fulfilled your destiny, then you become the unicorns. This is so beautiful. So you have both masculine and feminine unicorns here, and you are divine. The unicorns are rare and they represent divinity. This could be somebody who really is very close to coming to a conclusion in their journey. I shouldn't say it that way because there is no real conclusion, but what I'm saying is coming into this feeling of wholeness within yourself, that now the only way to truly to continue is to connect with your other, you know. We do have this little emotion, which is crying, but you know what? I feel like this could be joyful tears, like when you're so happy that you cry sometimes. I don't actually sense sadness unless it's unless it's a feeling of, is this ever going to happen? And then bam, the next day. Similar to Cinderella crying before the fairy godmother shows up. And the fairy godmother shows up and says, you know, you haven't lost all your faith, because if you had, I wouldn't be here. And here I am, ready to help you make your dreams come true. So stand up and let's get dressed and let's get going. So if you resonate with the Cinderella story, I feel like that could be something going on with you. And also, you know, the Little Mermaid and Aladdin could be fairy tales too that you could be connecting with. But ultimately, you will make it to that. The castle just seems like the destination to me. It represents the happily ever after. In most movies, Disney movies, you'll see the castle at the end, especially Snow White, and the castle is transformed in Beauty and the Beast, and Triton does a rainbow over the castle and the people and the water, the people and the mer people. And it's, I think that one's especially appropriate for you because your reading's all about uniting people of different backgrounds. And so it's the end of that story shows that the mer people and the humans are able to unite and work together and feel happy together. So it could be something like that as well. And then Aladdin finding his self-worth through it all, because he's discovered that he actually is so necessary and integral to making this happen. So I hope you guys like that. Thumbs up if you like that. Hit that little thumb down there. You get your own little confetti party if you push the like button. And then if you're new to the channel, wow, welcome. I would love to have you as a sparkle of light, and join me for more of these kinds of readings, and definitely comment below what kind of readings you would enjoy. If you're a subscriber, thank you so much for being here. Whether you're just brand new subscriber or have been with me forever, I really, really appreciate you. If you are a member, you are so awesome for supporting me in a monetary way. I couldn't do it without you, I promise. And if you want to become a member, all you have to do is push the join button to help me out that way and help support this channel. In the description box below, when you push more and there's ... there's all these places where you can find me, and you can get a private reading too if you like, just like this one if you want to. And also, if you wanted to jump around to the different piles, just hit the chapters. It's kind of fun game right there. Just hit a chapter and then you're teleporting to the next chapter, so you can play with that. You're welcome to come with me to pile number 2 if you need more messages, and I'll see you there. I forgot, before I go, I want to give you a cherry on top, which is another one of my decks. All right, let's see. Maybe we can find out your personality of your person. This is the characteristic cards, and we have, oh, a fire sign perhaps? Fire, passionate, or maybe some passion coming into your life soon in as far as love is concerned. Now I'm moving on to the next. Come join me. And here is pile number 2. Okay. So these are your main cards here. We have the Star. So this sort of sets the stage for your reading. The Star is all about hopes, wishes coming true. These two are going to be, these are samples of upcoming decks. So this is going to be my Lenormand, and the Star card is a beautiful card in the Lenormand, representing wishes coming true, making a wish on a star, having faith, believing something is coming true. But it really does feel like the universe is supporting you in this wish. We have 2 fairies down below. It looks like the male is proposing to the female, so you know, or it doesn't have to be male or female, doesn't really, like whatever you, however you see yourself, just put yourself in this scene, because this looks like what's about to happen. And we have the sentimental silhouettes. This is my pastel version, which is going to be holographic and really pretty, and it looks like somebody is certain, without a doubt, you are the one one for me, my other half, will you marry me? All right, somebody wants to marry you. Now, like I said, you could be still on a twin flame journey, or you could have met your beloved, your soulmate, or just a really nice person that you want to marry, for Pete's sakes. You know, I call this twin flame reading because traditionally that's what I had done in the past few years. But sometimes our journey, our twin flame journey, takes us to different type of love. And so here we have, and it is very possible for some of you out there to be marrying your twin flame. I'm not saying that that's impossible. It definitely is possible. But I feel like whoever you are with, or whoever you're thinking about, I think within the year, marriage is very possible, or at least an engagement. It's very strong. All right, so let's see. Let's see about your sex life here. You have the erotic enchantment. We have, surrendering the depth and the breadth of my being. This is very intense and beautiful. It's so deep, and it's so, I put this down here. I'm trying to keep my order here for my alignment. So the depth and breadth of my being goes beyond anything that you can possibly imagine. Something about this connection is so profound that every moment together is blissful, but especially when you're making love, it's a beautiful, blissful feeling. I feel like also some of you could be connecting with a Pisces, or maybe you're a Pisces or water signs. I feel like a lot of water signs out there because of the water and that sort of, that energy of flow and surrender and releasing, and just feeling more of yourself than you've ever felt before. Like pile 1 had this sort of energy of blending and melding together, but this one feels similar, but yet even more so. Whereas pile 1 felt a little bit more physical, this one is physical with such a deep spirituality to it as well. And maybe one was spiritual as well. And then we have, for our fairy forecast, we have pixie dust. So definitely magic coming in. Pixie dust represents the third stage of faith, trust, and pixie dust. And pixie dust is after you've been through the faith and the trust, that's basically the work that you have to do. Faith is believing something even when you can't see it. Trust is the surrendering, letting go of the how, letting universe propel you to that wonderment. And then the pixie dust represents the magic that comes in, the divine timing, the support from the universe, the special serendipity or synchronicity that just where everything. And I'm going to go back to the Cinderella analogy. If you came from pile 1, then this will totally resonate with you, but you might want to go back to pile 1. In pile 1, we had a little bit of the before the fairy shows up energy, because the fairy represents faith. It represents your faith, because if you didn't have faith, then the fairy wouldn't show up. But then once the fairy shows up comes the magic, and that's what the pixie dust is. This ability to help you transform into that next phase in your life, and helps you overcome any fears or obstacles that get in the way. So we're going to save the enchanted romance for later. And then next we have, we're going to save that too for later. And then we have the enchanted embrace. So you are so wonderful. This enchanted embrace version you can get at Printer Studio, and it's color coded and quite affordable. And then you also have, there is a place, will you meet me there? So we have sort of this happy side, and then sort of the shadow side. The happy side is just, you're wonderful, it's blissful. This person, your twin flame or soulmate, could have a really good love language of affirmations, or maybe you do, or maybe that's what you're seeking. And also, that's what's coming out, just that feeling when you're with them that you feel wonderful, that you feel happy, you feel joy. It's not like somebody can make you feel a certain way unless you want to feel it, but you just can't help it with this person. But then there's this shadow energy. It's like, are we going to meet? Where are we going to meet? How is this going to happen? And that is where the surrendering the how comes in. And I feel like as soon as you surrender that how, the magic comes through. So then what is going to happen next in your romance? And we have life partner. Your romance is stable and ready to go the distance. So this is a romantic fairy, another deck that I made, and I am the romantic fairy. And I am also Cherry Enchantress and Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust and all of these things. The life partner to me represents long-term commitments, till death do you part. It doesn't have to be a label of twin flame, soulmate, husband or wife. It just represents somebody that will always be by your side and always be there. It could represent the red thread too, just this feeling of connected no matter what. And then you also have soulmates, see? So you are soulmates. You have found your romantic counterpart. There's just nothing else like that feeling of being with somebody that just knows you, that you feel so complete with and comfortable with. So now let's see what your enchanted romance says. Oh, you've got the King of Cups. So I knew there was water here. The King of Cups represents the masculine, and that Cups energy, sensitivity, and sweetness, sweetness, and you know, they have an emotional intelligence. So they're very generous too, and caring and responsible, you know, emotionally responsible. Like, they understand how their words may impact, so they make sure they say things that are helpful to the connection and not harmful. And I feel like you have really good communication because you keep your energy high and keep your energy active in a positive way, knowing that that's actually going to bring you more of the same. He's very loyal, he or she, you know. The King of Cups represents the highest level in the court cards of cups. And so this could represent you as well. If whether you're male or female, this represents you or this represents your person, but it just represents a high level person, and they're giving and open and wise. Could be a counselor type. It could be some kind of authority, because usually the kings represent authority. Very composed and understanding and patient and protective and watchful and dutiful. Like, they have a lot of honor, and they put a lot of effort behind the things that they believe in. They're very kind and intuitive and compassionate, especially if it's a Pisces, and they represent the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So you could, like I said, be dealing with the Pisces, or you could be Pisces yourself. All right, let's get another card. So my latest version of the Enchanted Romance has a different image on it, and it is all edged out in this beautiful kind of rainbow gilded. So we're gonna get a second card to see what's going on here in your romance. Oh, this is perfect. I love this one. So the Six of Pentacles represents this person who's so generous. So I feel like the next step here may be some kind of gift. You know, love. This person is all about every love language, I feel like. So the Six of Pentacles. Also, you might if you haven't met your twin flame or this particular, like this soulmate, because I feel like this might be soulmate, high level soulmate here, then you might find them through some kind of charity work or doing some kind of good deed for somebody. This is all about reciprocity. So exactly how you'll recognize this person or know who I'm talking about because they treat you exactly the same way as you treat them. It's balanced. It's back and forth. It's a give and take. It's very harmonious. There could be something involved with the two of you where you get involved maybe in charities, or you're some kind of benefactor, or he could be a benefactor, he or she. This could be some kind of aid towards you, or that you give towards others. This is feeding and supporting and funding and respecting people. This is benevolence, giving and receiving, the way that you give and receive. This could also be a person who likes, who's good at giving positive advice. It's also, because it's pentacles, it represents money and balance in your finances with this person, which is kind of interesting, especially if they're life partners and they're soulmate and life partners. It is very helpful to be with somebody who you can feel harmonious in a financial way too, or in a daily kind of mundane way, the ins and outs of daily life, because that causes a lot of friction with a lot of couples. So I see all of that happening here. I see that the tenfold law is here, and I also see some people, not everybody, but some people may already have kids in this situation, or you may be connecting with a single parent of some sort. So that's possible here. So let me get one more little card. This is the Enchanted Kiss. Speaking of surrendering the depth and breadth, let's see what the Enchanted Kiss has to say. This deck is not available for sale, but you can always get a reading with it at any time during my lives, or whenever you order a private reading. You have forever trusting who we are. See, the trust is that one step before the pixie dust, and the trust is surrendering, and you are going to surrender to each other in each other's blissful energy. All right, let's do a little bit of charms here. So these charms that I'm going to use are my plastic charms with all my Disney characters plus baby stuff, and it's my plastic charms. Thank you to Fairy Tales and Cocktails for some of these charms. All right, okay, you got Aladdin as well. Now, Aladdin represents this finding self-worth, and maybe that's something that both people have to do in this case, is like truly find their self-worth. But look at all the pixie dust you have. Yeah, something is about to transform, develop. Also, the rose represents that, the rose of the Beauty and the Beast, before the last petal falls. It's almost like before you run out of time, a miracle happens. So there could be this sense of timing, and is this ever going to happen? Are we going to create a divine time? Are we going to be able to actually fulfill our destiny? And yes, before the last petal falls. Also, you could be getting some flowers soon, possibly a little gift. And flowers and bouquet in the Lenormand represent a surprise. So there could be a surprise coming in. I'm not sure what Uncle has to do with this reading, but if it resonates, then take it. There could be some kind of, oh, maybe you or your person are going to be an uncle. Maybe somebody in your family's having a baby. So, well, look out for that. And also the castle also represents a happily ever after. You've got the golden castle. And so you too, I feel, will end up together happily, possibly married. But if you're not married in a more traditional church way, then you're definitely going to be life partners until death do you part, and maybe not, maybe even beyond. And all right, so before I go, I'm going to get one more card. I also created the cherry on top, so I'm going to give you a little cherry on top characteristic card. Let's see if we can find anything else about the person. Ooh, a lot. We've got fire energetic, fire happy, and earth strong. Now, I was sensing this water energy, but it could also have a blend of things. It doesn't have to be fire and earth, but it could also be just the words. There's an energy, a happy energy, and this connection is strong. All right, so I hope you like that. Thumbs up if you like that. There's a little thumb down there. That's your like button. If you hit it, you get like a confetti party. So if you want your own little party, your own happy birthday, and by the way, if you have a birthday, happy birthday to you. Thanks so much for coming by this reading and celebrating with me. And yeah, hit the more button down there too to open up the description box where you can find all the ways that you can hang out with me if you still like to hang out with me. That's especially if you're new to the channel, and thank you so much if you're new. If you're a subscriber and you've been with me, you don't know how much I appreciate you. I'm just in awe of everyone's support and love and the connection that we have here. I feel like this is a beautiful family. It's my sparkles of light. And if you want to just hang out and have fun, come with me. I think I'm going to be going live tomorrow night. Yes, I go live on Tuesday nights normally, and I was thinking of maybe going live tonight, but I'll go live tomorrow night to celebrate my birthday, the channel anniversary. And there's a giveaway. So if you still haven't signed up for this deck, the Romantic Fairy, I am doing a raffle and giving away that deck. So sign up so you can be in the raffle if you haven't already. Go check out the community page and put a name of one of my cats, and then you get your name in the drawing. But also when we go live, we'll give everybody a few minutes to be able to get into the raffle if they want to. And yeah, so go ahead and hit the chapters too. The chapters are so much fun. If you hit more and then you go see down, there's like all these like you don't even have to push the timestamp anymore. You just hit the picture and then you're going to the next pile. So you can jump back to pile 1 if you wanted to get those extra messages, or you can come with me to pile 3, and I recommend all 3 piles. So let's move on to pile number 3. And here is pile number 3. And I'll just set my little candle over here. And your special cards are the book and encouraged. So the book is a sneak preview of the Lenormand deck that I am working on, and I'm really almost done. I think I have 3 pictures left, and I'll be ready to get it going and uploaded to make playing cards and designed so that you can have this. It should be more of this size, possibly. I think it'll be a little bit more of the easy to handle size. All right, and then we have, so the book, I'm just skipping right over what the book means. The book represents knowledge in the Lenormand. Sometimes it represents school. Sometimes it can also represent you designing your own book. Also, this specifically for some of you could represent a fairy tale come true, like you're writing your own fairy tale, and you got the castle at the beginning of the reading. But so far, all three piles have castles involved, which represents the final destination and also happily ever after. So I feel a strong happily ever after here. Right now, though, maybe you're in the phase where you still need a little encouragement to make sure that you're in the right place, you're following the right path. Your person is saying, I will win your heart no matter what it takes. You are so precious to me. Realize that you are precious. And whether you're with somebody or not, and you're still looking for your twin flame, or you're still looking for the soulmate or the one, you are precious. And your person is totally going to feel that way once you find each other. So remember, that's how you know that you found the one. It's the one that treats you like you're precious, like you're one of a kind, and that you deserve to be loved fully and completely. All right, so let's see what the sexual connection will be like. You have erotic enchantment is another deck that I do. And you have star-crossed. I will find you. So for a lot of you that stumbled on this pile, you could be in an energy where you're in separation. You could be in energy where you still haven't yet met your one. There could be lots of scenarios. It could be a bit of a long distance energy for others. There could be this that you're connected, or you know of each other, or you maybe even speak to each other, but maybe it's more in a coded way, symbols and not the normal kind of communication that normal like boyfriend and girlfriends do, but it could be something like that. And yet there's something irresistible about the draw of this person. So keep that in mind. You may have found somebody that is your twin flame or high-level soulmate that you're meant to be with. But also I'm feeling with the book that be very discerning, because the person that you should be with is the one that treats you like, well, with the encouraged, the one that treats you like you're precious, right? So keep with that energy. If there's a person who, let's say they're already involved with somebody else, or they're not completely free, or they're not completely open yet to the idea of being with you, you can have patience and wait, but remember to always put yourself first. All right, let's see what the fairy forecast says. And you have trust. So you have the middle step of what it takes to achieve the flying. So faith, trust, and pixie dust represents the ingredients, or the steps to fly. You have to think of a wonderful thought, any beautiful little thought. It's my way of talking about the law of attraction. And then the next step is trusting, believing that you can do this. And then the pixie dust is that little added magic that sometimes we need, the little push, the little help, the like being in the right place at the right time, the serendipity, the synchronicities of our world, the little miracle, the line that's running through all of these piles, besides just faith, trust, and pixie dust and Peter Pan, is Cinderella. So in pile 1, we had a little bit of that feeling of maybe all hope is lost, and Cinderella's crying. But then the fairy shows up, and the fairy says, if you lost all your faith, then I wouldn't have been here in the first place. So faith is believing in something that without seeing it, and then it appears. And so the fairy appears to show her you have faith. Then the trust is letting go of how the next phase is going to happen. Like, Cinderella didn't grill. She kind of did a little bit. She didn't grill her, but the fairy's like, oh, you need a new dress. And she's like, yeah, but how is that going to happen? And the fairy's just ignoring her and measuring her and just getting her ready for the dress. And then the pixie dust happens. The pixie dust is the transformation. The pixie dust comes out of her wand and transforms her rags into the beautiful dress. Now, I feel like a lot of you are like, oh yeah, that's good for fairy tales, but real life doesn't happen that way. You'd be surprised. Real life does happen that way. Just sometimes you don't see it the way that you don't see it as a miracle always. I feel like some of you may be skeptical about what you're actually looking at. And a miracle can occur whether you want to admit it or not. Little miracles occur all the time. So be aware of the miracles. and let go and just trust that the universe has got your back. Trust that they're working on that surprise party behind the scenes. Trust that they're aligning everything just right, so you will find that person, and you will be able to get with that person that's just right for you. All right, so we have the Enchanted Romance, also tarot right here. We're going to take a look at that in a minute. And next, we're going to get some messages from your person. So this is the Enchanted Embrace, and it's a color-coded version that you can find in Printer Studio. And you have, Can You Feel My Love? And I get so sad, I don't know what to do. So the Can You Feel My Love is somebody reaching out to you, and it's as if you're not, it's almost if you didn't pay attention. This reminds me a little bit of the Four of Cups, where in the Four of Cups, sometimes it's a person with their head down, but there's a cup being handed to them. They don't even see it. They don't even notice it. It's that kind of energy that all you have to do is lift up your head and see the love that's being given to you. So when this person comes through, it might be kind of that energy where you don't even really notice it. Maybe you're just things are so difficult that it's hard to see past your tears, and then you see this hand reaching out to you saying, I'm here for you, I'm going to help you. And then you realize this is the universe, and the trust, and now you have to trust it. You have to trust this energy that comes out, reaches out to you, and helps you move on to that next level, so you can get to where you want to be. So let's see where you're going to move next into your love life. You've got a perfect match is coming through. Hello. You complete each other in the most harmonious way. All right, so that is nice. And you're manifesting the one. So twin flame, soulmate, beloved, whatever you want to call it, a lot of people call it the one. The one is somebody who is your true love. Your true love very soon will arrive. This is the one, like I was saying, is going to treat you like you're precious, right? So trust that Spirit's got this, and your divine timing is finally coming through. So let's see what your Enchanted Romance card is. And you have the Emperor. And the Emperor definitely represents the divine masculine. This is the one. We are looking for a divine masculine, or I'm not looking. But that's what we think of when we think of the one, and the perfect match for us, somebody who is in that energy. Just like the kings of the deck or of tarot, the Emperor is also authority, but he's authority with a big A. He's the entrepreneur. It's that you could be connecting with somebody who's a CEO type, or even somebody who has a lot of power and influence. You could be connecting with an Aries too, some of you. And also this represents the father figure, so you could be connecting with a father, or you're a father yourself, or you're both parents, one or other of you, or both of you. But the energy behind this Emperor is that they're very solid and strong, and somebody you can count on. He is very connected with his society and his culture and the people around him. He's really well liked and supported in his community, and he has a lot of power too because of that. He's very logical and confident and inventive, and he's very strong. And maybe a bit on the dominant side, but not in such a way that would ever put you down. You feel confident just by being with him. He's not going to be one of those kind of pushover type guys, but he's at the same time, he's also not going to be the one he's not going to put you down or say anything that will make you feel bad. I feel like this person is the type of person that will always try to lift you up. And yeah, it could represent also the planet of Mars. So a lot of action energy here, a lot of active energy. So I'm going to get a second Enchanted Romance, and this is from my new deck, or my new edition, and he's new to this deck, and yeah, it's got this gorgeous, new and improved with this foil edge, really pretty. So let's see what other card comes out for you. Ooh, okay. We got the devil coming out. So the devil in twin flames is actually kind of a good sign. And I don't want you to be scared or worried. When I very first started to do twin flame readings, I was very inspired by it's interesting because I was inspired by the Tarot of Inspiration to make my deck Enchanted Romance. I was also inspired by Journey into the Night, or not into the night, Journey into the Light, and the lady who had that channel, Nadia, I think, something like that. She was such a beautiful soul, and she was very encouraging. And before I even started my channel of my own, I would follow her and try to learn more about the twin flame connection. And it was because of her that I gained enough knowledge and confidence that I felt that I could start my own channel. Well, not entirely her. It was a lot of people involved in that decision. My son, my kids, they were very encouraging as well. But the point I'm trying to make is when she was doing the cards, the lovers would come out, and that, of course, to her always meant twin flames, and the Four of Wands would come out, and that would mean twin flames. And so that I still to this day, I use that definition as well. And the devil would come out, and she would call that twin flames, because in this case, it's really, really good because a lot of you may be in that energy that in the ethereal realm, the 5D, there's somebody out there, you're not physically connecting, they're not coming through, and you definitely need faith, trust, and pixie dust, but maybe you also need a little bit of a material energy. You need the 3D energy. It's like the devil is drawing them down to you, basically, into the 3D, so they don't stay in the 5D, so they don't stay elusive or distant or in separation or far away. The devil represents that you will come into a physical union. That's what the devil means in this situation with this particular devil, because I have two devils, not in this deck though. But I have worked with two different devils. One just represents hedonism and overindulgence, but the sexy devil here represents love and connection. The only caveat is once they do come into your life, not to let it get too out of balance, because that is sort of the shadow energy that's behind meeting the one. Is you get a little obsessive over them, and you get a little too intense on them. You can't eat, you can't drink, you can't do anything else, and that's very common when you're falling in love, right? But just be aware not to lose yourself completely in this connection. Even if it is a twin flame and you feel like it is two souls that are one, you don't want to completely lose yourself, because remember, the twin flames are perfect just on their own as well. They come together and they make this greater connection. They make this greater whole. So I feel like some of you, when you meet your person, meet the one, you may not feel completely 100% yourself yet. And you will have to do a lot of work together separately before you can actually click like this. Or a lot of, and this happens a lot in twin flames, there'll be a lot of off and on and off and on. We don't want that off and on, right? You want stability. You want to feel sure. You want to feel this sort of long lasting. So It's just a little bit of a caveat. Don't let this get out of balance. But I feel like, this energy is very beautiful and very strong and very true, and it's going to feel very fairy tale like. And I think the Emperor also may be going through his final phases of balancing too. Like if you came from pile 1 and 2, we had Aladdin coming through, and Aladdin is representing self-worth. And so maybe this person is finally getting like that final cap of self-worth and ready now to connect. And I feel like he is looking for you. He's looking for you. You're somewhere out there for him, and he's looking for you. All right, and you're manifesting him. All right, so I'm saying he and she and him and them, but put yourself where however you see yourself. Just don't focus too much on my pronouns. All right, so let's get a little Enchanted Kiss. This is also a deck that I created, but it's mostly just for private readings, and I'm not selling this one. But let's see what they have to say with Enchanted Kiss. This one's has a mix of lyric. Oh, wow. Okay, see, the devil also represents sexuality and passion, so that this could be a little bit more of that. There's a log on the fire and it burns like me for you. So it's going to be another one of those things. When you meet this person, there's going to be sexual attraction and chemistry. And it sometimes confuses us when that happens because it feels like, is this more than that? I think the feminine in general goes to that question. Yes, I like that, but is it more than that? And maybe you're going back to pile 1, I think it was, do you need more? Well, maybe you want more than that. You want more than just a physical connection, but it is more. But because of this energy, this sexual attraction, this almost obsessive need to be with each other, you feel like maybe this is not the one, because it seems I seem to want it too much or something. There's just something that feels, the shadow side of this feels like that to me, okay? But I don't feel like it's going to get in the way in the long run. I feel like you will connect. This is your perfect match. You will be together. Be encouraged that it will happen. Let's see what the charms have to say. I'm using my fairy tale charms. It's like a mix of fairy tale characters and some baby charms that my fairy tales and cocktails gave to me. So far, not really any baby stuff has come out, but let's see. Aha! Everybody's got a castle. I'm so happy. Wow. All right. So the happily ever after is here. But you also have this tower, which in Lenormand could represent bureaucracy and dealing with red tape and other things that get in the way. For some of you, it could have to do with passports. If it's a long distance situation, it could represent the things that keep you star-crossed. Maybe the tower could be your like a self-imposed confinement, maybe fear of going out. Or maybe it's not self-imposed. Maybe you just have too many responsibilities and you don't get out as much as you need to or want to. So maybe it's important to get out and about a little bit more. And I feel like somebody may be coming with a magic carpet, taking on a date, show you around town. You may be feeling kind of like the Little Mermaid. Maybe you're the key to the success, I feel, of this particular pile is mostly in the feminine finding her voice, and because I feel the masculine has reached his level of readiness, but the feminine still needs to get to the point where she's ready. And speak, just, you know, find your voice and speak what you need to speak. See, we have the feminine unicorn, which represents to me the divine feminine. Once you level up and become the divine feminine, then the divine masculine is right there, holding his arms open for you. We have the chandelier. There could be a dance or a party or something special happening. It could be like with all this sparkle in her tail and in the chandelier, it could represent somebody. And also I just noticed that the mane of the unicorn is very sparkly as well. And with the camera here, it sometimes to me represents somebody who's famous or somebody who's well known, an influencer, somebody that you see on social media, or video, you know, YouTube, or, you know, it doesn't have to be really famous, not like big movie star, but it could be fame of a certain level. It could be a reporter too, or it could be that somebody is behind the scenes and actually holding the camera and filming the reporter. There's somebody here that could have a child, or when you connect with this person, you could get pregnant, or a baby is in the mix somehow. The baby can represent lots of things, like new ideas and projects and new things, birthing, coming to light. It could represent an actual baby. It could represent spirit babies, like your spirit babies are helping you and guiding you to your person, to the one. It could also represent the cherub angels that also help along love and romance, just like in the romance angels deck. That deck is infused with baby angel energy. The baby could also represent this youthful quality that you have inside of you, this childlike wonder, and which will propel you and help you get to where you need to go. But I feel like for a lot of you, it could be that you may be connecting to your future spouse and possible future baby daddy as well. Before I go, I will give you a cherry on top. Sorry about that. Everybody gets a cherry on top. This is characteristic cards. This is to see what else about your person. Oh, earth and chivalrous. So no need to worry about the devil, because they're earthy and chivalrous. I hope you guys like that. Thumbs up if you like that. Click that little thumb in the corner for a little confetti party, and then click the more button so you can see all the links where you can find me, and the chapters so you can jump around. Like if you watch this but you didn't like pile 3, or you feel like you would resonate better with pile 1 or 2, go jump back to pile 1 or 2. And also, if you are new to the channel, please hit subscribe. I would really love it if you join this beautiful community. Sparkles of light is what I call my peeps. And please become a sparkle of light. You know, as a subscriber, you're a sparkle of light. Even if you just watch this show or watch the video, I appreciate your view time. But do consider, you know, taking a little extra time. If you see me on TV, go to your phone and just hit like and subscribe so you can be a part of this channel and you can see more of these things. And if you want your very own private reading just like this, then you can reach out to me via email and I will tell you how to get a private reading. Also, before I go, I want to shout out all my members. Members are just wonderful people who decide to put in a little extra amount every month to help keep my channel going, and I appreciate you so much. It starts with the Platinum Pixies, Claudia Lane and Cheryl Borelli, my twin flamers, Jolene Sutton, Louisa Silva, and Mary Joy, my Full of Faithers, Wolfie Baby Doll, Laura Ochoa, Weird Sister Liz, my Sparkles of Light, Guacamole Stoya, Divine Pearls, Maurice Evans, Patricia, Andres, Alexis, Miss Fred, Giggles, Rainbow, Esmeralda, Gloria, No Name, Denise, and Terry, and so many more. Come and go, and whenever you become a part of this channel, you will stay forever. In other words, you never lose your rank. When you become a member, you get this great badge. You get to play with emojis and things like that during our lives. But the badges will say how long you've been with me. And I just created a new 48-month badge. So keep it up, guys. Thank you for being with me. I just wanted to also shout out my Patreons. Thank you so much for supporting me through all these years. Even if you, like I said, if you come and go or if you just go, I appreciate all the support, no matter what it's been and how it's been throughout the years. You still all are very important to me, and I appreciate you so, so much. And thank you for celebrating this special day with me. If you'd like to come out on Tuesday night, I'm going to go live and I will have a giveaway. So last chance to get your name in the raffle to win the Romantic Fairy Oracle deck. So go check that out. In the community page, just type in the name of one of my cats and get your name in the raffle. And also you can get your name in the raffle Tuesday night one last time. So thank you again. Appreciate your support. I love you so much, my sparkles of light, and I will see you at the next reading. Faith, trust, and pixie dust.